So our core tech team, they are coming from Shanghai, and we have a Shanghai lab who is doing the very high technology, cutting edge stuff for us. And the things that the customized solutions that they're working on includes BIM, AI generated models like MEP models，成個 MEP model gen 出嚟啦，structural models。facade system，而家全部都可以用 AI 去 customize 一啲我哋可以整一啲 customize 嘅 AI solutions 去 generate 嗰啲嘢。And right now we're working mostly in mainland China and working with 一啲央企啊，唔可以講太多，但係 working with them to provide that kind of solution。And 係真係而家 implement 緊嘅。Next slide, please. Okay.咁a lot of people ask us，OK，我 download 咗個 AI，但係點解用唔到咧？即刻，OK，because a lot of times，it's not a straightforward process。唔係你 download 咗一樣嘢之後，你就可以即刻下一秒就即刻用到。點解？Because you already have a system involved, you have a workflow and a system involved. 你一路都用開成個 system. Suddenly you use something new. Either that new thing is going to integrate with your current system or not. 打個比喻，你不嬲都用開 Revit，突然之間你要用一個 AI 唔喺個 Revit 入邊，跟住你就會覺得哇點樣搞啊？即係好似一嚿嚿咁樣，好 segmented，你用呢度又再用嗰度。Therefore, the AI needs to integrate into your current workflow。已經用緊 Revit 嘅某個 workflow，又或者 Dynamo 咁樣，咁你就要用個 AI 喺個 Dynamo 嗰度咯，用個 AI 喺個 Revit 嗰度咯。Next slide, please. Yeah，and 呢個波波係 show 啲咩？呢個波波就係 show 嗰個 customization 同 onboarding needs，就算係一啲 AI tools 係上網去買啊，或者上網 download 啊，或一個 plugin 你 download 咗。You are going to need some time to learn it。你都要有個時間去認識啊，去 adapt 啊，and then 呢個時候有陣時你係需要有人幫你手。Maybe you need to go on a course，可能你要上堂去了解下，用幾個鐘去 understand 下，跟住其餘嘅嘢你自己學咁樣，有機會係要咁樣嘅。Next slide, please. 好啦。OK，this chart here，我哋係用咗好耐嘅時間先可以做得出嚟。點解咧？即係可能你見到都係一啲 dots 咁樣啫。OK，it is because we have to understand what is really ready and what is not。即係有啲嘢你上網見到話個 demo 好似好勁咁樣，but then when you start to use it，又唔係喎，又唔係真係用到。So 我哋就想去 prove 邊啲嘢係真係用到，and then 邊啲嘢其實係未準備好。咁所以咧喺呢個橙色嘅實心嘅波波入邊咧，就係 show 到 OK 呢個係冇問題，呢個 technology 已經準備好啊，你可以 customize 一啲 solution 去用。咁嗰個空心嘅圓圈咧就係 show 有機會可以 customize 到，但係我哋就未遇過。咁其實言下之意就即係話可能佢真係未準備好，可能你等下先。咁嗰個藍色嘅波波咧。就即係話嗰個off the shelf，即係你可以即刻買嘅 solution 已經頗成熟啦。咁咧有嗰個一個十字 ，the one with the cross，有個十字嗰啲咧，就係佢根本就未完全成熟嘅，所以我哋建議而家唔好嘥錢或者嘥精力去研究，可能等多1年之後佢成熟咗，咁大家先用會好啲。咁嗰個星星咧就係而家係非常之 mature。已經係可能第二啲國家都用緊，又或者已經有好多 case study 去 prove 有啲咩咧？譬如話係一啲AI video 嘅 production 啦，AI rendering 啦，又或者係一啲generate 啲 field report 啦，而家都可以好快啦。好，next slide please。OK，咁好多時咧接觸我哋嘅 client 咧都覺得好 frustrated。next slide please。因為咧，佢哋首先就會問 What AI should I use？第二就會問咁個 ROI 係咩？第三就會問可唔可以教我哋？第四就問你有冇識人可以AI 好叻嘅？ 去教我哋，去幫我哋手，去 join 我哋啊。其實佢哋直情係想請人，想請一啲識用 AI 嘅人去入佢哋嘅 team，即係呢個包括 developer 啊，包括啲大型嘅 archi firm 啊，包括啲 contractor，佢哋全部都想揾一啲有 AI 底，但係亦都係同行嘅人咯。其實咁好多時呢啲對話都係私自去同我講啦。誒，佢哋又未必會出個 job post 出嚟啦。但係我開始知道嚇，原來有呢個咁嘅 demand，所以我更加係覺得呢個去學習同埋 train up 自己，即係 imagine 你個 CV 上面多咗一欄嘢係話你識 AI 同 BIM 咁樣，咁其實你已經係贏咗一步。Next slide please。係咁咧，好多人都會問我哋，OK，究竟我哋需要一個 customized solution 啦，定係我哋應該 just buy something from online？咁其實好 depends on 究竟你個 data security，你個 data security 咧係即係話，即係譬如你係一個 government 嘅，咁喺 government 入邊做嘢，你就唔可以擺啲嘢入去 online 嘅嘢，例如 ChatGPT 啊，又或者一啲large language model 啊、DeepSeek 嗰啲，of course 你就唔可以啦。因為唔係 data secure，就算你用 Azure 都好，都唔可以去到100%。點樣可以100%咧？就係你直情係買一個 on-premise 嘅 server，跟住你自己再 customize 一個 solution，咁就可以係 data secure。但係 of course 嗰個錢嘅符號亦都會多咗啦。Next slide please。好啦，咁我哋就快去到 BIM，但係呢一個咧就係一個 overview of 成個過程。BIM 係入邊其中一個好重要嘅過程啦。但係個問題就係點樣可以將呢一啲唔同嘅 AI software 點樣可以 fit into 同我哋用緊嘅 BIM 咧？同埋我哋亦都要諗喎，即係譬如而家中國大陸咁樣，佢哋好快咁樣決定唔再用一啲美國嘅 software，或者好快諗住唔再用 Revit 啊，想用 OpenBIM 啊咁樣。咁我哋喺香港嘅時候，會唔會亦都已經去開始諗個 Plan B 咧？嗱，呢個只係一個open discussion 啊，即係冇答案嘅呢個。好，next slide please。好啦，咁呢個 company structure 大家亦都要了解。OK，如果一個人有 AI 嘅 performance 等於3個人係冇嘅，咁即係咩意思咧？咁其實嗰啲嘅其他嗰啲唔係用緊 AI 嘅員工又會發生咩事咧？可能佢哋去做第啲 project，因為而家可以就好似多咗好多人手咁樣喎。Next slide please。OK，咁所以咧個 expectation 咧就係即係你見到呢個 BIM coordinators and managers are also in this group，就係佢哋好多時都係work overtime 啦，and 可能係好辛苦啦，and also 而家我哋呢個行業就係有好多好多唔同嘅即係 difficulties 啦，有 challenges 啦咁樣。Next slide please。
We can do right now, we find out all those user pain points, including that probably they face some job displacement or operation difficulties, and also they struggle to adapt the new tools. So this because as the second target group for us, they are customer to see. So they have more diverse needs in the AI era comparing to the enterprise. What we can do is to help them identify there could be broader range of roles in the AEC industry to share the similar challenges to help them upskill themselves. So this is what actually we are providing right now. The first mainstream of AL is providing the consultancy to governments and to enterprise. We want them to customize some solutions, including tender oriented. They would like to see how they can compare the files between themselves among the tenders together with the other contract documents. They want some contract advice to see the contract files they draft. Is that reasonable, or there could be some potential risk towards those construction stage? And also they even want the AI can help them to draft the tender documents in case, because a lot of our team, they have the key man risk, someone who responsible for the tender drafting, and then they asking on leave. During the periods of tender submission, they will be very trouble for the whole team to submit the whole tender. So therefore, they are, and that's what we can provide by customization right now. And secondly is the agency. That means we are looking for some off-the-shelf solutions, off-the-shelf products that you can download in your phone, download it as app or download as web application. You can use in your office directly, just pay subscription fee. And then we also provide the trainings to government, to enterprise, as well as to our second target group, the individuals, practitioners, or let's say the domain expert who are willing to upskill themselves with the AI skills to become the AI champion in their teams. And also we have this creative skill, which is a relative standalone service, very niche, targeting the enterprise who are asking for quick marketing content generation, as well as some of the teams, they are trying to skip the architect. Okay, so this is what we are providing the trainings for interior design firms, as well for some government entities. We are talking to them to customize the training program for them. And we made a lot of noises in the industry by giving talkings, sharings like today. So we start to receive a lot of consulting from the site when we are providing the talkings. They come to us directly, share their pain points with us. So currently we are confident to say that AL is the only one who know the most pain points of the AEC industry right now.
Go into the overview of AI in architecture and construction, and what does it really mean for the three skills. I think I'll go a little faster now so we can go more into the BIM related things. So you guys might be curious to know what is the AI adoption, at least for architects, in 2024 versus 2025, and what are the fears? Are people afraid to lose their jobs? And are they afraid that their designs will be imitated? And what happens to their knowledge as well? Next slide, please. So actually in 2024, okay. So I think we might be looks like we've jumped ahead.
Sorry, let me go back to the right slides.
It's okay.
Yes, here.
Okay, nice, thank you. So actually 41% of interviewed people in the REBA report had already adopted AI in 2024, and now 59%. So this is the stats in the UK. We actually are not sure how many people in Hong Kong are already adopting AI, but even if they're adopting AI, it might be from using ChatGPT or DeepSeek first. And you can see that most people are most afraid of having their designs imitated rather than being afraid of their jobs being lost. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is the market in Hong Kong, Macau, and Singapore. 我哋有3800個 architect 啦，7000個 interior designer 等，係啦。咁就next slide, please. 咁其實個 adoption rate is around 6 to 10% 嘅啫，即係其實如果係用咗 AI 之後，basically 係個 competition，你應該係會好 competitive 咯。Next slide, please. 好，咁其實呢一個就係一個 summary 啦。On a personal level, continuous learning and AI literacy. On a company level 就係呢個 infrastructural upgrade retraining，即係 if 你喺呢個 company 入邊係一個 decision maker，你應該去諗究竟你個 infrastructure 可以點樣去 upgrade so that 你係可以 be ready for 嗰個 future change。因為 AI implement 咗之後，其實成個 workforce 嗰個做法都應該唔同咗，你應該有個 change management 啦。呢個係 BIM team 入邊一定要諗嘅嘢啦。And actually more 即係 above 個 BIM 應該都要咁樣諗。咁我哋之後會 show 一啲innovative 嘅一啲做法，令到你明白點解我咁樣講。咁個 industry 嗰方面咧 ，of course 我哋要諗好多 ethical 嘅 framework 啦，但係我哋亦都要去 preserve 個 intellectual property 啦，and of course 我哋都要保護我哋嘅profession 啦。Next slide, please。係，咁其實咧呢個有關 BIM 嗰樣嘢，其實就係因為我哋 可能 next slide please。我想講呢一個係，我想我哋 go through 呢個large language model as a 一個 superpower，可能 Anne 你可以go through 呢樣嘢。
咁我而家 pass 俾 Alan 咯。
OK。
係好，唔該晒 Adela 同阿 Ann。咁大家好，我係 Alan。咁我係AAL 嘅 Beam AI Lead 啦。咁我會同大家講多啲關於咧LLM 同埋我哋身為一個編碼咧，日常係可以點樣利用 LLM 去完成一啲工作嘅。咁點解我哋會覺得咧 AI 運用喺 Beam process 入邊咧係會特別適合咧？因為其實Beam 係貫穿咗成個 access 嘅 life cycle 去進行數碼資訊管理嘅一個 approach。咁當中我哋就係集合咗同埋建立咗大量嘅 information。咁而 AI 咧就可以幫到我哋更加有效咁樣去處理當中嘅 data。咁而家 AI 科技咧係咪淨係話可以幫到我哋去做一啲分析啊、整合啲 data 咧？咁之後我哋會再講解下嘅。咁呢度呢七個 terms 咧就係我哋講到 AI 會成日聽到嘅 terms。咁部分我哋之後都會進一步講解下。咁 AI 其實就係一個比較廣泛嘅概念啦。咁以往其實都有發展到譬如話 machine learning 同埋 deep learning。咁兩樣嘢主要係做一啲可能分析啊、辨認之類嘅工作啦。咁而generative AI 咧就係可以更加進一步去生成一啲新同埋係novel 嘅內容啦。例如係一啲文字啊、影像啊、聲音啊，甚至係一啲曲啦。咁真正令到 generative AI 咧普及嘅原因咧，就要講到LLM，就係大型語言模型啦。
So we have this OpenAI published ChatGPT in 2022, and nowadays we are trying to developing our prompt engineering skills for all domain experts such as me, as the architect background, that we don't exactly have the background of fine tuning and RAG development for the large language model. We normally train ourselves in the prompt engineering way to improve the output of AI that we are instructing. So this is where you can find some high-level prompt engineering guidance coming from Claude, which is one of the most famous chatbots. It's as famous as ChatGPT in United States, but it's unfortunately that in Hong Kong we can't use Claude. Of course, same as ChatGPT, we only use VPN to access. They have their Claude for best practice prompt engineering. This is one of the most good guidance that we believe we see nowadays. Of course, for people like us, not AI background, to use AI in the best output. So here is the demo done by Alan. He managed to use this DeepSeek, of course, because DeepSeek is most accessible AI for us. Just by prompting the DeepSeek can generate some website, and the web page itself is to understand the Navisworks export clash report, clash data into a visualized dashboard in the web page. We can pull. You can see at here. This is the web page designed by Alan. You can see how clearly and intuitive it is. Okay, we have more demo as well. This is how Alan managed to use DeepSeek linked to Dynamo. That means use DeepSeek to generate some Dynamo scripts. And then because we understand that Dynamo players are almost like the high-level players in Beam already, there is certain barriers of learning Dynamo. So we can ask DeepSeek to become the Dynamo assistant for us, to help us process how many nodes and what type of the nodes that we are using to reach a certain type of task. So follow their instructions, and they can even help us to generate Dynamo script like this. Follow the instruction of AI, and then you can put all those link into Dynamo. And we can see how with those Dynamo scripts, we can add some shared parameters into Revit. So at here, we are trying to add the share parameter for facility management to all those MEP facilities. Yes, this is what we can do with AI to skip the long learning curve of Dynamo and then directly add the asset code here. And also this is another sharing of how we can use DeepSeek to write Python scripts and then implement those Python scripts in Dynamo. So that means instead of we write a long Dynamo script with dozens of nodes, we can use one node in Dynamo to implement the task automatically. So it starts to writing the Python script. We can stop at here. Here is the Python script written by DeepSeek. And then we can copy those Python script into Dynamo. There is a node in Dynamo named Python script. So, and then save and run. We can find that iteratively the Python script can make the asset code here change automatically according to the format we give to the AI. So this is how using AI can finish a task in only 20 minutes, which is supposed to be finished in 2 hours in the Dynamo together with Revit. And we have the Beam AI tool that can be subdivided into 4 categories. One is independent, or we have another web platform such as Finish 3D that we are going to introduce in depth. We can find some pre-built-in add-ins, DRoots, WiseBeam, some of them helping with the cost estimation. And then we can also have this self-built add-in trying to link the DeepSeek into Revit itself. And also here is the concept of MCP. MCP is something can be considered as a standardized protocol to link AI to Revit. So that means when you are prompting, you say English or you say Chinese to AI, and then the AI can directly help you build something in Beam, in Revit. This is the self-built add-ins. AI assistant also linked to Revit by Alan, so that among your Revit, you have your DeepSeek assistant directly. Instead of going back to the DeepSeek webpage, you can talk to the DeepSeek assistants. Probably it's very helpful for your colleagues who are not familiar with Revit and who probably email or calling you every day, trying to ask you to solve their Revit problems. And now you can help them implement their DeepSeek assistant. Instead of email you, they can ask the DeepSeek in their Revit. This is the self-built add-in. And this is the MCP. You see at here, we are talking to the Claude. Also, you can use some other AI as well, linking to the Revit, and the AI itself will start to think how to build the model to fulfill your requirements from your prompt. And we can see, yeah, there is something generated, built in the Beam model, right? It's very efficient. If someone would have no idea how to build Revit from the beginning, now they can start to do something with Revit. Yes, this is, they can even help us to write the parameter of these walls or together with the doors. So this is the finish that we are trying to introduce in depth. Probably we are going to see it in details because we would like to share. This is the opportunities when Beam consultant can take over a bit of design rights. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thanks. Then I continue. This is the Finch that you can synchronize the Revit model together with Finch. And then it will help you to generate some, first of all, different levels, different thick of the walls. And you can see at here, we can have the corridors in the plan automatically, and you can adjust the width of the corridors as well. And also after we set up the corridors together with the course, you can see the unit mix. We can change the different proportions of how many, for example, 1-bedroom units, 2-bedroom units, and then it will automatically iteratively design to fit into your requirements. And after you have the unit mix, you can do the detailed layout internally in those units from their library. They have a very strong library of residential units. And also we can adapt in those standards of unit plans you see from their library. Therefore, you get the plan without architects. And also there's a quick response of layout to change the massing model. You see, just with this tool, there's no designer required at all. You have the each plan of the each floor, including all those unit layout together with the walls of the model. So this is a Finch 3D. It saves tons of time, over 90% of the time saved in design. But the day we introduce a Finch 3D to HKIBNM, because we believe this could be the opportunities for you. This is when architects feel fear that their job being replaced by some other consultants. But although my background is architects, I would like to be very transparent to you that this is your opportunity. And also another tool, they also have their BIM plugin in Revit. This is ArcMaster.ai. You can use, after finishing a model in Revit, you can start to do the rendering immediately with their plugins. So this is something we've done before, from the white BIM model and then directly jump into some renderings. So again, you are seizing opportunities to take some design rights from the other consultants. Okay, now let's come to the BIM enterprise solution. We have seen those off-shelf together with the BIM training programs in the second chapter. And now this is what we would like to talk to the enterprise decision makers. If you are really looking for some customized BIM solutions, we would like to show you what is already in the world, what is already out there in the mainland market. So first of all, once again, our extended team, they are very good at linking ChatGPT or DeepSeek, using those trending AI models to do reasoning BIM modeling platform. So let's take a look at their step. They can do the large language model training, fine tuning to make the whole large language model understanding the AEC terms in a very well way. And then they take the BIM workflow from the enterprise together with the historical BIM project database. And they can do 3 things right now, already been proved to be very successful. The first one is BIM schematic design, BIM model generation. The second one is BIM model compliance checking, BIM quantities and cost estimation. In these 3 directions, all already be taken into the platform of mainland government entities. So first of all, the BIM schematic design. We can spend some time to take a look at the whole demo at here. They are doing this solution for substation. You can see at here, they generate some BIM floor plans first, based on the requirements of from Excel. and then it directly from plan into BIM model. Of course, with the parameters in the Excel. And the next one is BIM model compliance checking. They are doing this compliance checking platform for government entity, so that when someone submit the BIM model from a certain projects, they can start to check if the model is compliant with the building regulation. So this is what they are developing help with the government entity right now. It will be very, very heavy workload for them to train the AI model to understand all building regulations. But let's say it's possible right now for the government to do the automatic drawing check. And also they can do the BIM quantities and cost estimations. Starting from the BIM, they can extract the information and then implement with quantity takeoff understanding AI model. They can start to do the AI automated BOQ, get the cost estimation. And also in further steps, they can put this cost implementation into the Gantt chart to monitor the process of the whole construction stage. So basically, this is what we would like to show. All along, everything happened in the AI and BIM imitation world. See if you would like to have any questions about that. And so sorry that we probably encountered some website and Wi-Fi issue today. Well, I'm sharing this slide. Actually, I can't see your face. So please open your mic and then talk to me.
Thank you, Anne。咁唔該晒Anne 啦、Alan 啦同埋 Andeline 嘅 presentation 嘅。咁而家我哋開始進入Q&A 嘅環節啦。如果各位有啲咩嘢想知或者想問下咧，可以用我哋個 Teams 嘅 Q&A 嘅功能啦，入你嘅問題咁樣嘅。咁首先或者由我開始先啦，Anne。咁我見到你頭先咧有個表咧。係好多關於嗰啲 AI 可以做到關於 AEC 嘅一啲嘢嘅。我想問下咧，我見到一個咧係關於programming 嘅，咁但係嗰個 programming 好似你哋講咧係話係咪係未有一個 solution 可以做到關於啲programming 嘅嘢嘅，即係 program planning 嘅嘢。
program planning 咁其實而家係啊，而家。係冇嗰啲off the shelf solution 嘅，即係冇一啲 app 你可以 download 或者你 pay subscription fee 就可以用到嘅 programming 嘅。但係 customer solution 嗰邊咧係我哋估計係有希望嘅。即係可能要睇。你嗰間公司，譬如你嗰個 program 係用邊一種 workflow，咁我哋其實如果真係做 customer solution 嘅話咧，我哋睇你自己嗰個 workflow 睇得好晒，咁每一個階段都係會 evaluate 下邊一啲workflow 係可以用啲 AI 去 generate， 去用 AI 去 replace， 同埋係唔係成個 workflow 有啲小問題係影響咗你而家嗰個 profit margin， 都有希望係可以用 AI 解決到嘅。
但係你哋因為咧嗱，其實做programming 咧，我所知咧，其實佢哋除咗關於 plan 啲 budget 之外咧，其實佢哋都會睇嗰啲construction program 啦，喺現場度有冇一啲衝突嘅？譬如話原來佢 plan 個 program 咧。係起一樓嘅 slab 先，但係咧下邊原來未起 column 未起 beam，其實係唔可能嘅。咁呢啲咧，佢哋咧好多時係用啲人手用啲人腦咧去做 analysis， 就 instead of 有啲機器去做 analysis 嘅。你有冇聽過會有啲咁嘅方向可以代替到啲人肉去做呢啲咁嘅 analysis， 即係關於 construction program 嘅咧
？construction program 其實呢啲嘢咧 AI 應該係可以做到嘅。問題唔大嘅， 原因就係我哋 construction 嗰邊咧，其實都係 rule based，即係你啱講，如果嗰個 column 未起晒，都可以見到就係個 slide 係冇可能起嘅。咁呢啲 rules 如果錄晒 AI 嗰邊咧，嗰個模型就係可以 understand 到我哋物理世界邊一啲嘢要行先，邊一啲嘢要行唔到。係啊，呢個係冇太大問題嘅。
所以其實就係爭嗰個點樣去餵啲 data 去 train 嗰個 model 嘅問題，即係做到，但係就未有人做呢啲嘢啦，係咪？
而家其實暫時我哋了解到冇，暫時冇，但係已經有啲就係暫時冇嘅意思咧，就係話冇成熟嘅 customer solution 已經可以買到，就係 enterprise 可以俾錢，即刻可以用。但係咧嗰啲就係大學嘅 lab 佢研究緊呢樣嘢，係啊，大家其實已經 aware 到呢個pain point 啦。咁大家係啊，而家都可以睇到有啲希望。
同埋我見到你哋頭先 demo 咧，都有啲喺國內嘅政府機構啊，去做一啲model 嘅 checking 啦。其實我諗，如果香港咧，我哋都準備做呢、做 model submission 啦，即係俾政府啦，我哋都準備要交俾BD 啊。其實呢個都如果可以做到，其實應該對於香港都會幾有用咯。因為香港而家都係開始我哋去做將個 model 要交俾building department BD 啊嘛。咁但係其實都係一個問題，就係點樣去 check 嗰啲 model 嘅 compliance 啊，呢啲咁樣嘅嘢咯。
其實咧，我知道 BD 佢已經發展緊呢樣嘢啦，都係同大陸嘅嗰個清華嘅lab 合作。咁就係睇佢 progress 點樣啦。而家暫時未知嗰個 accuracy 係點樣嘅，但係啊，我估可能1年1-2年，大家已經可以用到呢樣嘢啦。
所以主要都係關於個 data 嘅問題，我哋有冇儲到個 database？因為成日都見到好多 LLM 啦，咁但係 LLM 嗰啲咧就好多都係佢 focus on 啲 general 啲嘅嘢，就唔係咁 AEC focus 嘅。所以我自己就成日都諗，其實係咪就係爭一個即係一個特別嘅 database 係 for AEC 先至會幫到手咯？如果唔係好多時咧，我都覺得係好多嘢做到，但係咧就係爭個 database 啊。
係啊，一定要啊。咁咧，其實兩樣嘢，第一就係嗰個 large language model 佢本身可唔可以 understand 到我哋而家 AEC 嗰啲 term，譬如死佢都唔一定明。同埋嗰個 large language model 如果佢明嗰個大陸嘅規範，佢都唔一定清楚就係香港呢啲英文同埋繁體中文嘅規範嘅語言。所以嗰個 large language 佢自己一定要 fine tune，可能都係要 pre-train 下，即係呢個係第一個方向。第二個方向就係講，如果 BIM model confidence checking 嘅話咧，佢要超過 large language model 可以複雜嘅範疇，佢一定要結合埋嗰個machine learning，即係我哋可以睇翻之前嗰個AI 唔同階段可以做到嘅嘢。我睇係其實 large language model 佢係 generative AI 入面嘅一個方向啦。machine learning 佢好多人其實佢叫佢 logic AI，即係 large language model 佢唔係講 logic，佢係講概率。就係佢睇邊一種方向嘅回答係比較啱嘅，係大眾比較喜歡嘅，就係好高嘅概率去講，記住講呢樣嘢啦。咁 machine learning 嗰邊咧，佢叫做 logic model，就係話你可以 input 好多 logic 落去，同埋嗰啲就係話香港嗰啲 building regulation 咧，你要將佢轉變翻去啲唔同嘅 logic。譬如嗰個 building separation 可能佢係一個 logic，咁嗰個 building separation 嘅 logic 轉變翻係邊可以 understanding 嘅嘢咧，就係佢要邊模型入面可以 check 到兩個 building 嘅最邊嗰個牆嘅位置， 咁計算埋嗰個強嘅位置，嗰個 gap 嘅角率係幾多，先可以確定佢 building separation 係啱 regulation 嘅。咁呢個就係除咗 large language model 之外，另外一樣嘢就係嗰個 machine learning 嘅 model 都係要擺落去好多 logic 落去。
所以呢個就係要時間同埋要有 use case 先至有機會做到。
其實我諗住呢個除咗要時間之外咧，其實都係要我哋呢一班 domain expert 去 contribute 下。譬如將嗰個 regulation 轉變翻係一個數據，係一個可能 architect 可以做到嘅嘢。咁第二件事就係將嗰個數據擺落去邊入面，係邊嗰邊嘅理解高見係咩嘢，係可以rabbit 顯示到嘅就係一個 Beam Manager 要幫手嘅事，所以就係話嗰啲 logic 如果真係想擺落去 machine learning 嘅 AI model 嗰邊咧，其實係要成個 team 一條 team 可能要 architect，可能要 urban planner，可能quantity surveyor 加埋 Beam Manager，contractor engineer 可能係真係一個好包羅萬象嘅 team 先可以幫佢好精準咁樣訓練到嗰個 machine learning 嘅 AI model。
咁呢個咧就連帶我下一個問題想問啦，因為頭先Angelina 都 present 咗一張 slide，我都印象好深，就係講大家嘅關於呢個 AI 嘅焦慮嘅問題，即係 AI 會取代到每一個人啦。咁你好啦，頭先講緊關於我哋要 Beam Manager 要識點樣去train 個 AI，其實我哋如果具體啲講，如果識個 Beam Manager，我又想用 AI，其實佢應該去學啲咩咧？因為如果你話就咁學 ChatGPT 打兩句 prompt 咁樣，我諗而家好多人喺 YouTube 睇個 video 睇半個鐘，可能都好識晒啦都。咁但係如果具體啲講，佢應該要識啲乜嘢嘅先至可以突圍而出咧？喺普通人之中。
如果真係要講上學啲先進嘅嘢嘅話咧，其實 Python 係一樣嘢。
嗯。
就係 Python 呢樣嘢，你而家唔使之前冇 AI 嗰個時代學得咁辛苦咯。AI 可以幫你學呢啲 coding 嘅嘢好快，但係點解要學 Python 咧？因為你睇落去考試，我哋嗰個 Beam Expert Alan 佢自己之前唔係好系統學過 Python，但係佢已經識得點用 Python 寫一啲 script。可以擺落 Dynamo 嗰邊，同埋點可以用唔同嘅，除咗 Python，其實AI 都可以幫你寫一啲 HTML 加埋 JavaScript 呢樣嘢就係可以生成嗰個 white page。咁呢啲 coding 嘅技術咧，如果你了解少少，就係真係唔係了解太多。你了解到嗰個程度係你可以幫佢 debug，但係你可以睇得明佢呢樣嘢唔 work 係因為邊種原因就 OK 啦。咁你就可以充分嘅利用 AI 嘅所有嘅功能。用你加埋你 coding 嗰方面咧，你真係可以自己，譬如develop 啲 Rabbit API 啊，或者做啲少少嘅Python script 落去，Deno 嗰邊就可以俾你 colleague 可以用到呢個 automation 嘅工具。係啊，呢樣嘢就係我最建議大家學嘅。
所以就係好似一個多咗個 program 嘅同事喺你側邊，但係你都要識點樣去睇佢啲嘢做得啱唔啱咯。
係啊。
好，thank you。我哋睇下大家仲有冇啲咩問題想問咧？Ann 或者 Alan？
我想問下先，即係大家而家睇唔睇到嗰個 screen 啊？因為好似
睇到嘅，我睇到你個 screen 嘅。
我好似唔知有啲 audience 我睇唔到 screen 嘅。
咦，佢哋應該睇到嘅，而家大家都睇到嘅。
啊，好啊，好啊，好，幾好。如果 咁不如我暫時 quit share screen，因為而家我 share screen 緊咧，就係睇唔到大家 type 嗰啲問題。
哦，因為我哋有 Q&A 嗰個功能嘅，咁如果各位有啲咩問題，可以喺用 Q&A 個 function 問，佢哋會睇我哋會睇到嘅。
好啊，咁就麻煩 Kevin 幫手就係讀一下佢嗰啲 question 咯。
係啦，呢個暫時冇，或者嗱，我再問多少少啦。嗱，我見到咧如果你哋咧喺香港咧，有冇啲咩嘅，即係有啲咩 project 就係做同啲咩 client 嘅合作做緊？因為我見到咧國內有啦，咁香港有冇啲咩機構會揾你哋幫手？可唔可以講下？
咁我大概講一下啦，就係我可能有啲 detail 係暫時唔可以分享嘅。
係。
就係之前咧，Housing Authority 嗰邊咧有問過我哋可唔可以幫佢整啲QS 相關嘅 customer solution，因為佢自己好多 database，佢即係因為佢有 database 而家係 AI 呢個時代真係好耐嘅。都如果真係整落去擺落去 AI large language model training 嗰邊咧，係可能生成啲比較有價值嘅方案咯。呢個就係其中一個方向。另外咧就係有啲其實建造師嘅事務所想揾我哋幫佢真係整嗰啲 regulation chatbot，將所有香港最新嘅 PNAP 都擺落去，同埋佢自己對呢樣嘢嘅 understanding。因為佢作為一個建造事務所咧，佢自己對於 PNAP 嘅 understanding 係就係佢呢種 insight 對佢自己 client 就係話對嗰啲 private real estate developer 係一個比較有 value 嘅事。咁佢就想將呢樣嘢升級，就係升級成一個工具。
所以大部分都係關於一啲文字上嘅一啲 analysis 啊。
而家其實係文字同埋數據係。暫時仲未，因為如果真係要整一個 BIM model 嘅 implementation 咧，其實嗰個價錢唔會太低，係除咗 large language model 要擺啲 machine learning 嘅嘢，咁工期都要長少少。咁暫時冇 client 佢就係好 confidence 講我哋整呢樣嘢。
明白。好，thank you，thank you。好，我哋睇下仲 Q&A 度仲有冇member 有啲咩問題？啱啱見到Matthew 啦，嗱佢問如果用 AI 做 model checking 係咪要用 machine learning 去做咧？如果係嘅話，或者係唔係咁有啲咩挑戰咧？做 model checking 用 AI 嚟做？
係啊，我哋而家建議其實係用 generative AI 加埋 machine learning。machine learning 係可能複雜嘅係計算同埋理解啲，就係我哋已經擺落去嗰啲 rules，譬如 building separation 呢啲 rules。另外 AI large language model generative AI 嗰方面咧，你可以設定一個 AI agent framework。如果有一個 AI agent framework，咁就係話你擺一個大佬 bring 落去，佢幫你面對每一個情況嗰陣，佢會唔使問你，佢自己做一個 decision，去調用唔同嘅工具去 check 嗰個 model 有冇問題。係譬如佢可能調用唔同嘅工具去揾到啲有問題嘅 layer 啊，或者揾到啲有問題嘅 component 之後，就可能睇佢 parameter 究竟係咩嘢，佢 second proof 就係呢個真係一個咁樣，係啊。
好，thank you。咁我哋仲有一個 member 有啲問題，阿 Kern Lock 佢就問啦，in one of the Andarin slide regarding to DeepSeek and Revit。Is it mature now to link DeepSeek with Autodesk Revit in Hong Kong to allow user to type their instruction and the model can be generated automatically？係咪喺香港係可以咁樣拎到 Revit 同埋 DeepSeek？因為呢個 demo 就 唔係用 DeepSeek 啦，但係好似見到另一個係啊嘛。
呢個係用嗰個 Claude，就係我哋啱建議大家去睇佢嗰個 Prompt Guidance 嗰間公司嘅 AI 工具。咁呢個 MCP 咧，點解大家而家用 Prompt，而家用 Claude 比較方便？係因為呢個 MCP 淨係 Claude 嗰個母公司推出嘅工具，所以大家而家都係用緊 Claude 連落去 Revit 嗰邊。咁呢個咧係香港呢一邊一定要用 VPN 嘅。如果轉翻而家我哋有聽過有人可以將 Revit 連翻落去 DeepSeek 嗰邊，但係嗰個方式咧可能就冇通過 MCP 咁簡單。呢個係第一個問題。第二個問題就係話將啲就係可以用啲 prompt 就可以生成啲建築物呢個動作。而家暫時我哋諗住係比較適合 beginner 嘅，就係邊 beginner 嘅。如果你嗰個模型真係要太多嘢，佢如果想就係你 prompt 落去，你叫佢幫你揾一個 parameter，佢如果係 go through 可能一千幾千樣嘢之後，佢嗰個 token 就好快就燒完啦。但係你每一日嗰個 token 係有限嘅，咁你真係想用呢個 AI 幫你做啲動作，可能每一日做3-4個動作，佢就完晒，嗰啲 token 就燒完。
即係 token 就係同錢有關啦，同埋時間係嘛
？token 就係話，譬如你俾錢，即係而家好似 Claude ChatGPT 呢啲工具咧，你可以俾每個月可能$20，係你係一個 standard 嘅 VIP。咁你俾錢之後咧，佢每一日限定你可能要啲 token 嘅數量，就係你唔可能24小時不停可以用問問題啊，生成啲文字啊，生成啲其他嘅 task 啊。呢個就係普通嘅 VIP 嘅限制。如果你哋有一個就係可以俾到好貴一個月費，可能係$200嘅一個月，嗰個 token 係可能係無限嘅。係啊，呢個就係唔同嘅 VIP 佢 token 數量有冇限制嘅問題，就係要睇你係唔係真係要俾一個Pro VIP 俾 Claude，同埋叫佢幫你建 Revit，或者幫你喺 Revit 嗰邊查返啲 parameter 呢啲信息。
咁除咗喺 Revit 呢個software 之後，有冇其他啲 solution 係可能同Navisworks 啊或者其他 software 有 linkage 除咗 BIM 嘅 software？
如果話真係同 Navisworks 同埋即係 Autodesk 一系列嘅產品有關聯嘅話咧，Autodesk 佢自己有一個 Forma， 唔知你哋有冇聽過？但係嗰個 Forma 其實都係建造係其 feasibility study 嗰陣可以用到嘅，即係可以 test 下嗰啲solar energy 啊，或者其他啲雜訊 carbon emission 嗰啲嘢。如果唔係一定要 Autodesk 系列嘅軟件嘅話咧，我哋之前我有知道就係 OpenBIM 嗰邊 ArchiCAD 佢自己都係做緊啲 AI 嘅 feature，即係 ArchiCAD 入面佢已經嚟自一個 AI tutor，可以幫你做到啲嘢，同埋佢自己有一個例子嘅，好似 Stable Diffusion 咁樣嘅嘢，可以幫你做啲 rendering。呢個就係 ArchiCAD 嗰邊嘅 update。
OK， 好，咁向聽都有個問題啦。嗱，佢又問啦，如果個 client 想自己 build 一個 AI 嘅 application，點樣去估計 AI 需要嘅算力？你哋通常如果你 approach client，佢哋話想做某一啲 application，點樣去估計你哋需要幾多？譬如頭先你又講當 token 係一個指標啦，咁點估計要幾多嘅咧？
第一個標準就係你 嗰個 client 呢間公司有幾多人會用呢個 AI 工具。第二個標準就係佢用呢個工具嘅 frequency 係點樣嘅。第三就係佢用呢個 AI tool，嗰個 AI tool 係幫佢做緊啲嘢。譬如如果真係個好簡單嘅 query，就係 query 嗰個 knowledge base 上面嘅信息，佢 token 唔會少好多。但係如果佢想佢要用啲 agent 去幫佢生成啲嘢，幫佢寫啲嘢，或者幫佢 compare 啲唔同嘅 drawing 嘅嘢，呢個 token 就每一種 task 都唔同。但係有一個平均嘅概念可以估計，但係我哋而家咧同所有 client 話嘅都係建議佢係第一個月擺落啲可能有一個 pilot team 咁樣用下啲試下用嗰個產品。第一個原因就係你用嗰個過程咧，你都已經知道點樣係更加可以 improve 到呢個 solution 啦。第二咧就係大家差唔多嗰個 frequency 燒嗰幾多 token 一個月，我哋記錄落去，同埋去 compare 之後嗰個使用嘅情況，同而家呢一個月試用嘅情況有邊啲唔同，都可以計算到比較精準。係。
即係有第一幾多人用啦，第二用得密唔密啦，第三就係用嘅方式啦，即係文字嘅 query 啊，定係做一啲 analysis，定係做啲圖像或者 video 嘅嘢啦。咁同埋最後就係要做 pilot 先至知道實際點樣用幾多啦。
係啊，係啊。
好 ，thank you。好，我哋睇下仲有冇 members 有啲咩問題先。好，咁嗱，其實咧，如果 member 對於依個 topic 或者AL 咧，仲有啲咩問題想問佢哋咧，都可以會後都可以 send email 俾我哋都可以幫手轉達俾佢哋同事去幫手問嘅。因為我見到個時間都差唔多啦，咁所以咧我哋如果冇其他問題嘅話咧，我哋今日呢個 sharing session 咧，我哋就差唔多完㗎啦。咁喺呢度咧就再次多謝 Ann 啦、Andeline 啦同埋 Alan 幫手啦，準備咗呢個 PowerPoint 同埋 sharing 俾大家嘅。
係啊，今日就係因為我哋網絡嗰個問題，就係我擔心有啲 audience 佢睇唔到嗰個 screen。我哋之後將呢個 screen 生成一個 public link，send 俾 Kevin。如果你哋需要嘅話，可以係分享給大家咯。
好啊，我可以會後將嗰條 public link share 俾大家。
好啊，好啊，唔該晒你。
咁最後啦，我哋開始今年咧 HKAI DIM 嘅 BEAM Award 啦。咁我哋已經出咗嗰個DM 俾大家啦。咁應該見到會有嗰個join 嗰條 link 嘅。咁希望大家踴躍參與啦。咁喺下一個 session 再見大家啦。唔該晒大家，唔該晒 Ann 同唔該晒 Alan 同埋 Andeline。
Right, thank you。
好，
唔該晒。好，拜拜。